It starts with a seller pre-qualification, the questions you should ask on the phone. This is a critical document because it is my own philosophy that you should try to wrap up the listing before you see the house, before you price it, and before you discuss commission. And this is how you distinguish yourself. It asks you to ask typical questions like, how did you find me? You know, you want to know where your referrals are coming from. But it digs deep. What do you think your house is worth? Inevitably, people will be saying to you, you know, that's why I called you. I need to know, are they wildly unrealistic or realistic? If they tell me the house across the street sold for $650, and I look it up before I get there and I say, I can get them $650 when we build the addition and two-car garage, that's good to know in advance, right? It's going to ask a lot of other questions too. It's going to ask, do you smoke? Do we all know how horrible the impact is on one of those smoky houses? But you cannot walk into someone's house and say, this place stinks. It's going to ask if they own any pets. Is anything worse than cats? No. That is tens of thousands of dollars off their value. I'll tell you after I've asked those questions, if they said yes, the minute I walk in, they're going, can you smell it? Because I'll tell them, I want to let you know that's tens of thousands of dollars off your value. Now, you're not telling them anything's wrong with their house. You've created a system. It's a formula. That's the market telling them, not you. And this is how you can solve the problems. It's going to ask, you're going to ask them when you go through on the phone, are you planning to sell your house as is, or are you looking to build equity in the house? Some people will tell you right there, I'm not doing a thing. I know I have shag carpet covering the hardwood floors, but I'm not moving it. Okay, that's good to know up front. They're not doing anything, you have to price accordingly. But if they say, no, I've called you in because I want to know what to do, tell them before you see the house what you have to do. You have to tell them up front that nobody likes wallpaper. What you're actually going to do is tell them to go outside and look at their house. What does it look like from the curb? Curb appeal is a huge, huge piece of your pricing. You know all those houses that say, not a drive-by? Just because it's great inside doesn't mean you'll take a huge deduction if it's ugly. People are logical. Well, I have the new kitchen with granite and stainless, and I have a beautiful master. That might be gorgeous, but if it's ugly, people deduct, and you have to too. After they've looked outside to see if their shutters need to be painted, I think I make everyone paint their deck. Yeah, every winter they all get beat up. That's a first impression. And my mother says you've got to look at flooring and you've got to look down at the deck because people find money because they're always looking down. It's really important that the outside looks sexy. And then you're going to tell them to walk through their house. You're going to tell them the two most effective ways to build equity in your house are to declutter and clean up and fresh paint. Fresh paint is another word for clean. And even though I hate when I say, no one wants your wallpaper, oh, I just put it up for you. Oh, no. You know, then you'll think about making them take it down because they just paid to put it up, because they thought they'd do that for the sale. Some of it's not so bad. Some of the toiles will sell, but a lot of it's very highly personal. It will affect value. I'm telling them to line their shoes up in their closet. I'm telling them to get all the crap off the refrigerator, that they have to go through their closets, that no surface should have one or two things. The pictures, you know, all the crap that they've got in their vacations, everything's all around the house. The stuff on top of the radiator covers, you know, in the kitchen window, all the vitamin pills, they gotta go. Their bathrooms. It shouldn't look like anyone is using the bathroom. This is important, but you can only tell them that when you're not looking at the bathroom and you're not looking at the kitchen. Does that make sense? So now they think, this is just how it's done. And it will help you. People tell us all the time, you get the nicest houses. And I really always say, I get the most cooperative clients. You should have seen it when I first went.